Hogwarts Legacy might just be one of the most highly anticipated games of the last while. Avalanche Software, the developers, are keeping things pretty quiet, but leaks have gotten out and given fans a few details. Fans are hyped to get the game, and they really want to know more. Today, we're going to check out the multiple open-world locations, possible release dates, and everything we know about Hogwarts Legacy. First, where does it take place? Let's face it, there is a lot of pressure on any new content that comes out related to the Harry Potter series. Fans are super passionate about the entire world, and sadly, there have been a few times where Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts have gone into the gaming world, but almost each and every time those games have disappointed fans. But if any of the previews is anything to go by, then Hogwarts Legacy will completely change that with this game. It's set in and around the iconic School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The locations look stunning, and the gameplay seems to be a dream come true for many fans of the franchise. Next, open world locations. It seems like Hogwarts, the school, will be like the central hub where players can explore and interact with other players. Trailers make it seem like you will even be able to attend lectures, play Quidditch, and just do a lot of things that you would be able to do in a school environment, or at least in a school where the main subject is learning how to control your magic. But some of the leaks also show that a player will be able to go out of the Hogwarts compound and explore some incredible and memorable locations. Now, keep in mind, much of what we're talking about today is all based on speculation and hints from leaks. So we don't know exactly how much is fact, but many of the leaks did come from accounts that have been right in the past. It sounds like we will for sure be able to see the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade, two locations that are really important to the franchise and that would be on any player's wish list too. Other open world levels will include designs that were inspired by Legends of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and by Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. What that will exactly mean for the game and how it will translate into the Harry Potter world still remain to be seen. Now, some other locations fans are hoping to see. Still, this is a massive world, and there are loads of areas and locations from the books that fans would love to see, including the games. Some requests of places that fans would really love to be able to explore in an open world setting include places like Azkaban or Diagon Alley, where Harry originally got his wand. Architecture is going to be really important in this game, since fans are super excited about the opportunity to explore these magical areas that have meant so much to them since childhood. When can we expect the game to be dropped? Once again, keep in mind that an official release date for Hogwarts Legacy has not been announced yet. It was scheduled to release in 2021, but then a delay was announced by the developer. We aren't entirely sure why it was delayed, but it isn't uncommon in the game industry that games aren't completely ready when they're planning to be. And that's even during normal times when the pandemic doesn't cause regular shutdowns and delays in many different industries. The leaks are saying that we can expect Hogwarts Legacy to be released in September 2022. We don't know for sure, but all indications seem to point towards the game being released really soon. What we do know is that a few different people have hinted that the game will definitely only be released after the second Fantastic Beasts, The Secret of Dumbledore, has already been released. And that film is coming out in April. This makes it almost a sure thing that we won't see the game until later in the year. According to the leaker, the developers are now also hiring a localization producer to work on the game. They help with localizing game files. Normally this happens more towards the end of game development to get everything ready. Hopefully, that all combines to mean that Hogwarts Legacy will come out before the end of the year. When will the game be set? The game will take us back in time and be set in the 1800s. According to reports, it looks like gameplay will span a number of years and that the story will be very epic. It's all going to be about choice and customizable characters, but more on that in a little bit. For now, it seems like the player can choose to use their magic for good or make the world around them more sinister, and they will unlock an ancient secret that can destroy the world. This player will then receive a late acceptance into the school where they will learn that they have a greater understanding of ancient magic than most of the other students at Hogwarts. We don't entirely know what it will mean for the players, but it does seem like they will be creating a massive world with lots of open world locations and many different side quests to give players hours of gameplay. One tweet even suggested that players would have the ability to kill and that there would be a lot of evil occurring in the wizarding world, meaning that the story might even include some dark magic. But to know for sure, we'll just have to wait and see. Are you excited for the Hogwarts Legacy? Which Harry Potter setting would you love to explore virtually? Let us know in the comments section. We would love to hear from you. Next up, we check out the gameplay and choices you will have in the game, why fans are so excited, and a lot more. Let's dive into what to expect from gameplay and customization. This sounds like it's going to be one of the best parts of the game. You'll be able to completely customize the wizard or witch you want to play. You can plan body type, your face, the color of your skin and hair, and pretty much make your avatar as unique as you are. It will let players completely tailor their experience to themselves, and in the spirit of making the game very inclusive, they have even included the option of creating trans characters, something that was reportedly very important to the creators of the game. They wanted to make sure that no one would be left out. Of course, it wouldn't be the same if you weren't able to choose your own Hogwarts house too, and just as in the books and the movies, you'll be able to take your place in the Hogwarts house of your choice. There will be no more long discussion on which house you think you fit in. Instead, you can just tell all your friends in which house you already are. Then, you will be able to explore the world, tame creatures, and play games. But some of the trailers also show a lot of great action segments with the example character busting through a door and impaling an enemy. Everything you ever dreamed of being able to do in the Harry Potter world seems to be included in this game. Next, the skill tree. One aspect of the game that we don't know if it will have is something like a skill tree or something similar. Obviously, if you go through years of gaming time, then your character will learn a set of skills. You can even attend lectures at school and learn from some of the greatest wizards of all time. Fans really want the game to include some way of tracking your achievements and the things you've learned along the way to help the player build a better attachment to their character. I'm not sure how they will do it, but I do hope they don't just let you play all these levels and get tutored and then you have no way of leveling up your skills or keeping them somewhere. Will J.K. Rowling be involved in the game? Since this game has put so much focus on being really inclusive, it has opened the question on whether or not J.K. Rowling, the writer of the books, will have any part in creating the game. We've all seen the comments that make it really clear that she does not believe in inclusivity as much as you would hope, and that she probably would not have wanted a trans character to be available if she had any say in the matter. The team creating the game has made it clear that J.K. Rowling is not involved in the creation of the game in any way. They even went on to assure fans that she didn't even write the story of the game. In fact, it sounds like they were even more determined to make sure their game did involve all fans after her comments came out, because they were uncomfortable with her position and they didn't want it to affect this game that they have worked so hard to create, one that fans will hopefully love. Will you be playing Hogwarts Legacy as soon as it comes out? Let us know. Thanks for watching.